Woo! What's going on, guys? Your boy is back. Your boy is back, man. I'm on days, so Orum'S Den today, where we talk NFL, especially Detroit Lions football. And today, Micro Mike's on the show with me today. And what's going on, Micro Mike? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm happy to be back, and it's been a little bit since we've been on here. Love talking football, even though our team's not doing well. Hey now, my boy is back.
Thanks, man. That's all good. What's going on, Zach J? How you doing, buddy? Alan, Danny, yes, it's nice to be back, man. When I'm on days, I will always be on my show, and I'll always be on OPP when I'm doing days. Afternoons, I'm at work. I can't do it unless I somehow find a way to finagle that, but that's going to be tough. But what's going on, Andrew Lunsford? What's up, buddy? Lion King, love the name. Corey Batten, what's up, bro? How's it going, buddy? How you doing, buddy? Patty Grimes, what's up, bud? How you doing? What's everybody up to, man? We got a game coming. Well, first let's get down to the hot topic, Mike. Dan Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's been talked about. I did a video on it about Dan Campbell going up to the podium after an excruciating loss again by a field goal, losing to the Minnesota Vikings 19-17, had the lead. 37 seconds, 34 seconds, too much time, and 2 timeouts for the Minnesota Vikings, and they come back and they kick the game-winning field goal with 4 zeros on the board. And then Dan Campbell was on there at the podium afterwards, and he shed a tear.
Yeah.
He shed a tear, showed some emotions, man. Getting a little bit of flack from some people. You're not really seeing former football players or current football players, I haven't anyways, giving them flack. You know, of course, our local radio station, Mike Valente and those guys are a little bit. But what's your take on it, Mike? And then I'll say my take.
Yeah, I didn't. A lot of people were either liked it or did not like it. I was indifferent about it. I'm like, football's an emotional game, extremely emotional.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got to think these coaches, they spend a lot of time. I'm probably like 80, 90 hours a week just trying to get these guys to win a football game, and to lose it the way that it has, at least this season with the 66-yarder and then another field goal after going a 2-point conversion. You know, I could see and Dan Campbell wears his emotions on his sleeve. He is what he is. He is one of those guys that you know exactly what he's thinking because he tells you it. He feels exactly the way it is. And, a lot of people say, well, there's no other coach that's ever done it. Well, there's no other coach like Dan Campbell out there either.
Yeah.
Bite kneecaps off, and just a totally different type of guy. And he has a passion for the city, passion for the fan base. You know, when he went to Ford Industry, and he was signing people's hats, and he had the signatures from the fans, though, give it to him instead of what you would think. He did the signing, but he wanted their signatures. He cares about the city. He cares about the fans. He cares about his team. I get it. It's not like he's some wuss of a guy. The dude's a giant. Like, the dude could rip your head off, man. So, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Initially, I didn't even make a video on it, but then I got asked about it quite a bit, and I'm like, okay, I'll talk about it, and I'll throw it in one of my videos.
Right on. Yeah, man. I had to make a video on it too. Like you said, Mike, football is a very emotional sport. Kind of every sport is, especially at the professional level. It's guys get emotional, man. These guys are trying to win for themselves. They're trying to win for their fan base. They're trying to win for their city. And what's going on, Tone? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, guys?
What's up there, man? All right on. But but yeah, man, we're just talking about Dan Campbell and him having getting a little bit emotional with the media there on Sunday after that loss. I'll get to you in a second there, Tone, and I'll get your take on it. But football is an emotional sport. This guy cares about this city. You could just tell he cares. He was here for the 0-16 season. He was a player here. He was on that roster. And even when he got signed, man, when you saw him walk into the facility, you could see that he was tearing up. when they showed it back months and months ago when they brought him in. So this guy wears his heart on his sleeve. And I think this is going to, like, I'm not saying that I want to see this guy up there crying every Sunday after a loss, but stuff like this, and you listen to former players and all that. These guys are saying that team is going to rally around him because of this. There's guys over there that will respect him even more. And I'm not saying the wins are coming now because all of a sudden he shed a tear, but it's almost like excuse the pun, but it's like a rally cry. He's going to get some guys that are going to rally around him now, and it's going to get some team unity. I think it's great for the team because he's already respected, he's already liked by his players. So I think this can be a good thing for the team, and I don't see anything negative on it. I knew there was going to be problems though when he did do it. Certain media, the media runs with this kind of stuff, and just bangs away at him. So, but I think it's going to be good for him, and it just shows that he cares for his players, and that's what I really love. But Tone, what do you think about MCDC shedding a tear last Sunday?
I really don't have much of an opinion on it.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is, like, we already knew that Dan Campbell cared. We already knew he really wanted to win. We really knew this, right? And it doesn't really change much for me in terms of my opinion of him. Like, I don't like, because I saw a lot of people was like, man, this shows he really cares and he's the guy, and he's gonna lead his team to the Super Bowl. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
Wins still count.
I don't know about Super Bowl. Yeah.
I was like, my opinions on him is still to be determined. Because a lot of coaches, like, first of all, let me just speak on this. A lot of coaches in their first year, players have a tendency to usually be on whatever they're speaking. Even with Patricia, we didn't really hear the bad stuff about Patricia come out till year 2. That's when all the year 1 stuff about Patricia came out. And he was hated. I mean, he said some crazy stuff.
He did.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of coaching, you got to really wait. So I'm really what I'm waiting. I'm just ready to wait. I just really don't have much an opinion on it. Cause like I saw people like, man, this is going to get free agents here. I'm like, let's calm down a second.
Yeah. We got to say, yeah.
I'm about to say, I've seen a lot of players play for coaches that they don't like. Bill Belichick is a perfect example. There's a lot of people who don't like Bill Belichick, but they respect him. They know that he wants it. And here's another thing. While I think Dan Campbell wants to win, the real question is going to be, can he be the one to lead you to win? It's really going to be, that's the real question. Because wanting to win is one thing, but able to win is another thing. And I'm not saying he can't do that. I'm just saying I don't know right now if he can do that. Because I know Jim Caldwell was loved by his players. Love the guy.
Right.
And he still don't got a job right now. Last time I checked.
Hey, and players cry too. You remember?
It's my quarterback.
T.O.
It's my quarterback.
That's T.O. Yeah, for sure, man.
What's up? Here's Johnny. Yeah, look, man, I'm just like you, Antonio Hightower. I'm just same thing. Same with you. That was my reaction. Like I said, I wasn't even going to make a video about it until the fans were, I don't know, it kind of blew up a little bit. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll talk about it. I just want to see this. We all knew this team was going to not be good this year. Antonio Hightower is the closest to being right. He was talking 0-17. Yeah. I thought that was crazy. Well, guess what? It ain't crazy, man. I was thinking 5 wins.
It ain't crazy now.
It ain't crazy now. But we know this team fighting hard. They like them. We know that. We just got to see. I'm not even going to judge it this year. I want to see next year and the year following. Give me a couple years to see. There's going to be mistakes made, but there's not talent on this team, enough talent to win.
Do you guys think? And I'm just going to kind of go off that. Do you guys think that Dan Campbell has been too aggressive so far in this early, month of football, 5 weeks, whatever, a little bit over a month? Do you think he's been too aggressive at times?
I think he's trying to find out who he is. Because
Yeah.
if you look like before this last game, he was extremely aggressive going on fourth down. It felt like every single time.
Yeah, like
But then
90%.
this last game, it was the opposite. It was going for field goals. I think he's just trying to find out like what am I supposed to do right now, you know? And I'm hoping there's one thing that he does change, and that's prevent defense. I think he's just kind of like in that.
Him
What
and
can I do?
Him and Aaron Glenn got to get on the same page there.
Yeah.
That's something, you know, like, okay, you know, it didn't work against Baltimore, and then it didn't work against Minnesota. So let's not do that again. You know, let's but I almost have a feeling it's going to happen again. I don't know why. But Tone, do you think he's been too aggressive so far in the early season? Dan Campbell?
Not really. Because here's really the thing about the Lions. If you're not going to win on paper, you might as well take chances, right? Because if you could take chances, like sometimes it's not going to work out for you. Sometimes it could work out for you, right? It's just not working out for us because we're the Lions. Like, I'll give you an example. I was watching a lot of Chargers. I watched the Chargers and Browns game, and Brandon Staley went for it on almost every fourth down. I'm talking about he went for it on like a 4th and 9.
He went for it on his own like 29 or something.
Yep. He went for it in his own he went for it deep. Now he has a better team, but he's also
a way better
analytics
team,
guy. He's also more of an analytics guy, which is it's a weird process to have an analytical head coach, right?
Right.
I guess he's gonna be the beginning of that breed. But yeah, he go for it on 4th and whatever. I was watching that game. He went for it on 4th and 9. I was like, I don't think he's gonna get this. And he got it. And I was like, I'm gonna say if you're not gonna win on paper, you might as well be aggressive and take chances because you're realistically, if you be conservative with the team you currently have, you're probably not gonna beat anybody right now.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, you know, I think there's been times where I think he's been a little bit too aggressive. And this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. Like, I think he's been a little bit too aggressive at times. And sometimes I was like, oh man, maybe he should go for this. So the one time I did criticize him pretty hard was in that Chicago game when they were down 10 under 5 minutes and they decided to go for it. I thought they should have kicked the field goal, get within one possession, and then, you know, play some defense because Chicago did punt 3 times that, even though they were gashing us on the ground. But
he's going to make mistakes like this throughout this year. He's a new rookie coach, and this kind of just goes with the territory. But you want to see him learn from it. You want to see in the next game. Like, to me, the biggest concerning is now 2 times in a row prevent defense. I don't want to see that another third time. We can't now that will concern me if we're at this situation again. And there's 30-some seconds on the clock, and you go prevent defense,
and they rush 3.
We lose again. Okay, I'm going to be concerned about that because you should have learned your lesson the first time and the second time that, look, man, prevent defense ain't working. It's clearly, you know, it's just not working. What's up, Dr. Detroit?
What's up, Dr. D? What's up, buddy? Patty Grimes, hope you're doing there good, buddy. Yeah, man, that's some tough goal right there, but yeah. And you know what? The USA opening Canada border again. I heard it's going to be in November.
Woo.
We've been told this before, though. So cross your fingers, man, because if it's so, man, I'm coming over for a game sometime. So I will be over there if this is the fact. But they've already gave us the runaround like 3 or 4 times on this. But I heard it's almost in stone. So we'll see.
Hey, shout out to Herman Moore. I'll be at that game on Thanksgiving. So if you guys will be at the Thanksgiving Day game, look for me.
Nice.
I got to find out what seat I'm in yet. I'm still waiting for my tickets. But, yeah, man, if you guys ain't part of Lions Nation Unite, hit it up. Very good app. Herman Moore made it.
Yeah.
Follow me on that bad boy.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I think I'm on that app, too, as well. It's a pretty good app, man. I've been dropping some stuff on there. I haven't dropped anything on there in a couple of weeks, though. But, yeah, it's a solid app, man.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a game this week, guys. We got a game versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I think the Bengals are 2-3, or are they 3-2 right now? 3-2, I believe they are, right? They lost last week.
Yeah.
They were 3-1 playing the Packers, and I think they had that weird kicking game last week against the Green Bay Packers where everybody was missing field goals. They ended up winning. Now, We got them at home. This is a different Bengals team than the past. This is a team that they have a really good offense. Joe Burrow is the real deal. They have some wide receivers out there that are almost unstoppable. Jamar Chase is playing at a level. He's playing at a level that's ridiculous right now. I don't know if he can keep up with it, but they're comparing his rookie season to Randy Moss right now. It's neck and neck with Randy Moss. Been doing the exact same thing, just catching everything, scoring touchdowns, gaining huge yards. I'm kind of nervous about this game. We can't stop the run. Joe Mixon's a pretty good running back, even though he's banged up. And like I said, they're weapons they have weapons across the board. All three of the guys. They Boyd, Jamar Chase, and then who's the other guy? T. Higgins. And then they got a pretty solid tight end too, Zuma, whatever his name is. So
Good running game too.
And a great running game. Joe Mixon.
It's like we're dead.
He's the real deal. He's the real deal. He's a little nicked up right now, but he had a decent game last week against the Packers. He got in the end zone too. So what is your big concern, Tone, and on this game coming up against the Bengals at home at Ford Field?
Good one, Tom.
Tone.
Yep.
Okay. Mike, what's your biggest concern about obviously the Bengals coming to town? And they ain't your daddy's Bengals, man. They're pretty good Bengals, man.
When Ocho Cinco was playing for the Bengals, they came to the Detroit Lions. I forget what year it was. And this was the year where he always did his dancing and he flaunt every time he got a touchdown. And he scored a touchdown easily on the Lions. I remember this game. And he just looked and he didn't even flaunt because the whole crowd was nothing but Bengals fans. I feel, and it was a slaughterhouse, I feel that we definitely going to be 0-6 like Detroit says there. Amani Warrior didn't practice today. So if he's not a go, we have nothing in the secondary.
Who's he? What's he going to do anyways? What's he going to do? He's
the best player we have right now in the secondary. I'm not saying that's the greatest thing in the world.
I know.
But, I mean, we're down to two undrafted guys. And Will Harris. Yeah, we got Tracy Walker, who's looking pretty good.
Walker's looking decent. Yeah, he is actually.
But man, oh man,
But who's going to be that second corner? Is it going to be A.J. Parker going out to the island?
It could be A.J. Parker. It could be Mark Orum. Could be Antonio Hightower signed to someone signed.
Get my gear ready.
It could. Hey, what's up, Vash Starwin? It could be Vash Starwin. Big shout out to Vash. Maybe Andrew Lunsford is Steve-O. See, Big West for sure, man. We could sign him up.
Big West, man. We need you, buddy. We need you on the D line, bro. Plan B. What's up? Dr. D in the house. 0-6, 9 drinks. What's up, bro? Burrows was full. Yeah. Burrows was a full practice today. He had a throat thing going on, and there was no way he was missing this game. I don't know what he had, a throat contusion. So who knows what was going on with him? Zach J, what's going on? Bryce S. So Steve O, Patty Grimes, yeah. Dodgers, by the way, bro. But anyways, yeah. It's what you're saying, Mike, that they're probably going to put a lot of points on us. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you know what? I've been saying this about a lot of games. And clearly we got closer than the Minnesota Vikings,
right?
But at the same time, they weren't going down range, and I thought they would. Now, when it comes to the Cincinnati Bengals, they go down range. Joe Burrow is throwing it down range, and I think we're going to see some big plays. And yeah, we're going to take the L again and be 0-6, be 0-7 in a week and a half.
17.
0-17, right? Oh, Tone, you're back. Tone.
Yeah.
Where were you?
I had to carry something.
You had to carry something. Is that what you said?
You had to carry.
Okay, man. Well, what are you thinking about this Bengals game there, bro? Like, what do you think? There's a lot to worry about. They even got a pretty good defense, man. They actually can get to the quarterback. They have a bunch of sacks on the year already. They got a linebacker over there named Logan Wilson, who's an absolute speaker. That kid.
I wanted that guy for the Lions last year.
Where's he from? He's a second-year guy, right, Tone?
He went to like I think he went to like a non-Power 5 school, like
Okay.
I forget. It was some non-power five. But I wanted him.
He's making
Wanted him
plays
for the Lions.
all over the field, that guy.
Wanted
He's
that
pretty
guy
good.
for the Lions.
Yeah.
And I'm mad he's playing so well.
So what's your main concern about this game coming up on Sunday, bro? Like your biggest concern.
I guess it's the Bengals passing offense because the problem that we currently have is the way to beat the Bengals is to beat their O-line. And the problem is we can't really do that.
Yeah, we have trouble doing that.
I don't know how we can't really do that well. And really that's really the weak point of their offense. Especially it was Wyoming. Same school that Josh
Wyoming. Okay, you went to Wyoming. All right. There it
Yeah,
is. Steve-O for that.
Yeah, I knew it was some non-power five school. But the way to beat them is with the offensive line. That's how they lost to the Bears. It's part of the reason why they lost to the Packers. They just lost to the Packers because their kicker couldn't make a kick and because of that one interception where they had that miscommunication. But that offense has been roaring.
Yeah, they had a pretty good chance to beat them last week. So McPherson missed a field goal, but Mason Crosby missed like 3. Didn't he? Well, that was pretty crazy, man. But yeah, like I don't know, man. This is gonna be a different game. I'm really worried about that passing game as well because I think Burrow is a real deal, and I just don't know I just don't know how we're going to stop them. I just don't know how we're going to stop them. Who's going to get the Burrow? Like Tone said, this O-line in Cincinnati is kind of weak. It's not that great. So that's the way to get to beat the Bengals is you have to get the Burrow.
Send somebody over there with COVID and to intermingle with the team. That's how you win this football game.
I don't know.
Forfeit.
I don't know, man. This is just that. Yeah, this is
Recruit.
I don't know.
Brown on their team, maybe.
What'd you say, Tone? What'd you say?
Get Marquise Brown on their team. We'll win.
Yeah.
He'll draw 15 balls. I'm convinced he bet on us in that game we played.
Something happened. Something was weird there, man. Something was weird there. He dropped 3 balls like that, man. That's crazy.
It was at least like 100+ yards and like 2 TDs that I can think off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah. Easy, man. Easy. Man, Big West is saying, # we're going to win someday. Why not now?
But are we going to win someday? I don't know. Somebody pointed out that we haven't won since we beat the Bears last year.
What's that? Someone said what?
Somebody pointed out that we haven't won since we beat the Bears last year, and that includes preseason games.
Yo, it's been since it's been since like November of last year, I believe. It's been
Almost a year since the
Lions. 9-10 games in a row. Is it 9 games in a row we've lost, or 8 in a row? 8 or 9. I forget. It was the last 8 or 9. Yeah, so
quite a bit.
We're on a losing streak. We're on a losing streak. Hey, welcome.
Oh
back.
Man,
you know what I mean? Welcome back. It's just I don't know, man.
This season sucks.
it's heartbreaking.
And we lose Rag now.
Even though we know how bad we are, it still hurts. You know
I know.
It still sucks. Like I love this team. I do, man, but it's like it's tough. It's tough talking about him, man, because it's like all we're talking about is how bad we're gonna lose. Like
it's rough, man.
How bad do you think we're gonna lose, bro? Like,
hey, I talked NFL draft in my last video, bro. I went mock draft. I gotta get some positivity
I'm
going.
telling you right now, man. I'm starting to look now. I've been looking. I haven't done any videos yet. I've been gathering up some info. I'm looking at players right now, and I'm gonna start.
It's depressing, folks.
It's like I almost don't want to do it because it's like it's a depressing video talking about the draft in week 5.
I've already accepted it.
No. I'm happy to talk about the draft. It's not losing. You know, I was gonna do a Lions versus Bengals breakdown. I'm like, but what's the point? You know, what is the point? I'm gonna talk mock draft. There we go. Something it's not negative. You can't lose at a mock draft.
Yeah. You can't lose my contract. It's
Unless you're the Raiders.
man. Patty Grimes saying, hashtag Mark, what do you think of my Cardinals pick now? I don't know. What did I say about it before? I didn't like it.
I wanted the Cardinals. I had the Cardinals win in the
I
West.
probably had the Rams win in the West. I probably did. I don't know. I don't remember what I said. Maybe I didn't like him.
Like my Kyler Murray MVP pick was a year too early.
Yeah, man. He's looking. Well, he's Justin Herbert might have something to say about that.
Yeah, the Cardinals look good, bro. I had
Cardinals look great though. Cardinals look great, man. That defense.
Chris says, shut up and take your dose of opium. Hold on. Oh.
Shut up and take your dose of Chris Mason. Look at that picture. It's like a high school picture. Look at that. Shut up and take your dose of opium. I can't. You know, man, here it is right here, man. I guess so. Still not working. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Lion King saying hashtag Lion King. We win Sunday. Mark it down. Oof. I'm not. I can't mark that.
I remember this on Sunday.
Yeah. What's going on? Who's winning on Sunday? We are.
The Bengals?
I'd love to see it. You know.
Oh, I'm dying for one win. We just got to get one.
Well, they got to get that monkey off the back. Man.
God dang, I just want one
back,
win,
man.
folks. I can't do 0-17, bro. I just want that monkey off the back, 100%.
You know
Get
what
that
I mean?
one win.
Y'all think Dan Campbell crying after this game? I mean, imagine we go 0-17.
Yeah.
Man, it's going the whole team don't credit straight up.
Well, okay, let's just say, let's just say this team goes 0-17. Okay, let's say they do. And there's a good chance that we do. How hard do you think it's going to be for Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell to convince players to come here still after an 0-17 season? Because I'm telling you right now, man, players are not going to line up to come here. It's already bad enough that they don't want to come here. 0-17, man. We've been through it. 0-16.
You tell them one thing.
You'd have to overpay.
It can't get worse. That's all you say. It can't get worse.
It can get worse, though.
No, I said last year it couldn't get worse.
It's one game worse. It does get worse. If they go 0-17, man, we're the first. We're first.
If you go 0-17, you tell the free agent, you can't go 0-17 again. I guess
people are gonna roll, man. People are gonna leave.
I don't want that. We can't have that happen, man.
You can't have it, man.
The city can't go through that again. That was rough.
Jaguars going 0-17.
Yeah, that was a rough time, man.
Jaguars are not though. They face the Jets and the Texans.
I don't know what confidence I have in them beating either of those teams. The Texans almost beat the Browns. So if and they almost beat the Patriots with Davis Mills, which is interesting. The Texans are a weird team. They're a bad team, but a weird team.
But Steve-O, you're asking, why are you saying this team is going 0-17? There are 2 plays from being 2-3. They are 0-5. Okay, they are 0-5. And the games that they should have won. Let's say they should have won the Baltimore game. Okay, that game should have been 40-0 for Baltimore at one point because Marquise Brown, like we just talked about, he dropped two to possibly 3 touchdowns that game. So yeah, we were in it. 66-yarder, I get it. You know, we still lost, man, and it doesn't get much easier. If you look at the schedule, it doesn't get a lot easier. There's a couple games on there that maybe we can win, but it has to be talked about. It has to be because it's legit. Who are we going to beat? Everyone thinks that, okay, maybe it's Atlanta. No, me and Mike just talked about this off camera. They just won their last 2 games. They're not that bad.
Oh, yeah, and Kyle Pitts has emerged.
Kyle Pitts finally had a great game. He played awesome. Okay, then it's the Philadelphia Eagles. They're still scoring on people. They don't, and they play a little bit of defense, Philadelphia Eagles. So it has to be talked about, Steve-O. We don't want it to happen. Yeah, it is a lot of negative thinking, man. But
here's also the thing.
It's a reality.
You can say a lot of teams are 2 to 3 plays away from being whatever record. But at the end of the day, you want that record. Because a lot of the good teams
it's not like
are the ones who make those plays. Those are the teams who don't go 0-17.
There's
Those are
no
the
one
teams
that I do not want that to happen.
I don't want it to happen, man. But it's a legit thing. It should be talked about.
We win more than Carolina. No, that's not happening.
We will win more than Carolina. What?
That is impossible.
Hasn't Carolina already won 3 games?
I think so. Who? What 3 games are we winning, Dr. D? What 3
Also,
games?
is Carolina going under winless for the rest of their season? Because I don't know if I bet on that.
I think Carolina, and I called this before. I called this when they were beating up on Houston.
Oh, he said Jacksonville. He didn't mean Carolina.
I said, I go, Carolina's a little bit overrated. I go, they're a bit overrated, man. They're beating up on, because they went 3-0 and they beat up on 3 bad teams. Everyone's like, Carolina's for real, man. And then Dallas walked in and dropped a doo-doo on their face and scored like 40 points. I was like, okay, see, this is the real Carolina Panthers. Like,
He talks about Jacksonville. You messed up. You meant to say Jacksonville.
Oh, he meant Jacksonville? Oh,
possible. But the thing is Jacksonville has a different schedule, has an easier schedule than we do. That's the thing. They have an easier schedule. They face the
Jets. Play with the Texans twice?
And the Texans.
Well, they lost once, right?
Yeah. And they lost the first game against them, obviously.
Yeah,
but you can talk about Jacksonville too. You can talk about Jacksonville.
Yeah, they could be 0-17.
They're 2-3 plays away. They're 2-3 plays away from having a couple wins as well, man. I've watched
coaches the finger poke of doom.
Yeah, they play. They got some problems over there though in Jacksonville, man. Urban Meyer, they got problems over there. Like the coaches, like, you know what I mean. The players don't respect them. It's I personally think he's trying to get himself fired. I honestly do, man. He's in way over his head, man. Did you hear what he said the other day, Urban Meyer?
Oh yeah, he said I want to average 250 passing yards a game and 250 rushing yards a game.
He thinks he's in college.
That's crazy because everybody was pointing out how Jacksonville is analytical, and anybody who ever read an analytic would tell you that's not happening.
No,
all I can say is we got lucky on that Urban Meyer. I'm glad he's not alive.
Yes, that 250.
I've been saying Urban Meyer was trash. Not a good coach.
Atone, that 250 and 250 thing he said, that's happened like 9 times in the history of the NFL.
Like
9 times. The Jaguars. And he wants to average that. He's insane.
Yeah. Not only that, they were close. I think they was like only 100 rushing yards away against who they played last week. They got
only 100 rushing yards away.
I
don't know how much it was.
He's trash. I would say let Jacksonville. We could beat more than them for sure. I don't. It's because of their head coach. I think if they fire this guy, maybe they can win some games because they do got Darrell Bevell would probably be the interim head coach. And I think he's a much better coach than Urban's two-finger of doom Meyer, who likes to put fingers in butts. Weird dude.
Drinks in bars.
Man.
Why do you put fingers in butts, bro? There's something seriously wrong with you, man. I don't want to smell that finger. Get that thing out of here. Dude's nasty, bro.
Girl was half his age too, man.
Oh my God, bro! What is wrong with you?
Imagine being her dad.
I tweeted at Kevin Nash. I said, "Hey, man, your finger point of doom has no match for Urban Meyer's."
Oh God! Oh man! Urban Meyer was just explaining the new gun offense.
Comment of the day.
Mason, I wish I could star that. I wish I could frame that. That's the best comment I've ever heard in my life, bro. That's
man, that was a good
winner of the internet today, Mr. Chris Mason. I love it, buddy.
Urban Meyer just got to stop talking, man, because John Gruden took everybody's attention away from Urban Meyer. So all he has to do is just say nothing at all, and we probably forget about him for a while.
Oh, Dr. Detroit, man, I keep having this image in my head, man. But I'm thinking it's so nasty. He is one sick bee, man. I'm glad he's not here in Detroit. Get that stinky fingers out of here.
I don't think that was ever an option, man. I don't think that was ever an option. A, he wouldn't come here. And B, I don't think they were ever in.
I mean, he went to Jacksonville. I don't think he would have not came here. They're one of the few places where you could say that franchise is actually worse than the Lions.
Well, he lives in Florida, doesn't he? He lives there, doesn't he? Right?
He might. I think
he does. I know his kids live there. I know his kids live there. He has a bar there. He has a restaurant, whatever. You know what I mean? two-finger doom, whatever they call
Oh,
that.
the
Ohio that he
two-finger
likes to go
poke of doom, and then you got John Gruden, Mr. Email. So, I mean, hey, we
Gruden.
talk about head coaches. We definitely don't got the worst one here, so I don't even want to hear it.
Worse.
Man.
What's your guys' take on the John Gruden situation?
Dude's an idiot, man. Like,
hey, like, it's just
That's a wild situation.
what the. I just don't understand, man. Why guys like that in that kind of position put themselves in that spot? Like, you think that's not going to come back to haunt you?
I know.
You think, even though it was 10, 11 years ago, that stuff's going to come back to haunt you, man. They dig up stuff from 20 years ago. So I don't know what
You saw what he did to Patricia. They got him for something that happened in the 90s.
Yeah, when he was in college, right?
And it was only an accusation.
Yeah. So
He got Peyton Manning with he was mooning people back when he was in college.
The best thing that would have happened was exactly Peyton Manning. Yeah, man. He mooned apparently a girl in college, right? At Tennessee. And they tried to cancel the guy. Peyton Manning.
Imagine a team hear that and then go, "Yeah, we're not drafting that guy no more."
I wish exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just happy he wasn't around when he was mooning people. He wasn't around Urban Meyer with his finger.
Meyer would have been like pew 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 pew.
The pistol offense. Hey man, it could be worse, bro. We could have those coaches, and I'm happy we don't.
Yeah, I know, man. The best thing that could have happened to us, though, when they did find out all that stuff about Matt Patricia, I wish he would have been fired right away. That would have been the best thing for us. That would have been great, man, to get rid of him. But
yeah,
they let it go, and we had him for 2.5 years, and the rest is history.
Oh, I'm sure there's more people, Dr. Detroit, too. Yeah, I always tell my kids when they're younger, like, whatever you put on the internet or whatever you type up, that stuff always can come back to haunt you. Don't be doing stupid things, man. When I worked at my former employer, when we would look to hire employees, what the first thing I'd do, folks? I'd go to their social media. Okay, let's see what type of person this really is.
Exactly, right? Oh yeah, man.
I'm surprised John Gruden out of everybody doesn't know that, especially in the era where I don't know if y'all ever pay attention to draft day, but on draft day, they will bring up tweets you had in high school and middle school.
Oh, yep.
They will bring those up.
Yeah, we all remember
Josh Allen. We all remember the Learn Me Tunsil gas mask.
The gas mask, yep.
Yeah,
they was bringing up Josh Allen's old tweets. They will bring up his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a coach, you should know that better than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he wasn't even a coach. He was he's a coach now, but he was an ESPN. I think he was working Monday Night Football. When
he was working Monday Night Football for years, which is crazy that ESPN was just going like, how could the NFL allow this? And he's like, he did this while he was working for y'all.
Y'all had the emails, too. You've had it for some time, man.
That's the thing. This is like, there's going to be a lot of heads are going to roll on this, man. There's going to be more people, man. I wonder if Mike Mayock's going to get fired, the GM from Vegas. I wonder if Mark Davis is going to get some type of fine. Like, I don't know. This isn't over, man. There's no way.
I mean, he might get a fine, but it ain't going to be no real fine. But they barely fined Schneider.
It won't be.
They gave Schneider like a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, and Schneider, man, he's a.
Schneider was doing some crazy stuff. I don't know if y'all heard, but like
matter of fact, you look at the Patriots owner with the massage parlor.
Oh yeah, like some private massage.
Guys going to a dime store massage parlor, and he's a billionaire. Going into a mini
videotape.
Going into a mini mall, into like one of those. Like, what are you doing? Like you're Robert Kraft, man. You can fly. You can fly, girls.
That's why I thought they would trade Deshaun Watson to the Patriots. Perfect match, man.
I'm sure he's on the phone. Ring a ding ding.
Hey.
him and D-Watt, man. Never again. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Each other.
Let's go, man. Fingers flying. You know what I mean? It'd be a good time, man, for Mr. Kraft and D-Watt. Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Hey, we gonna fire. We gonna go ahead and fire our head coach, man. We need to bring on Urban Meyer, man. Let's have the trio of doom.
Oh man, imagine that party. Holy cow, man, that's a party.
Generations of fun.
That's a party, man. I don't know, man.
Grandpa, dad, the son, all
I'd be
doing the
divorced.
same.
I'd be divorced if I hanging out with those guys. You know what I mean? I can't hang out with those guys, man. No, honey, I'm sorry. I can't hang out with the billionaire tonight. He's a little bit. And Urban Meyer's there. He's a dirty old man. So
You
I
seen the Devil's Advocate? It's kind of like that, but it's the NFL.
too much, man. It's too much. Speaking of Deshaun Watson, though, do you guys think he's ever going to get traded out of Houston for real?
I do. I think he's
Probably.
going to get traded. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's been the Dolphins rumors for a while, which I don't know how that's going
For a
to
while.
go because the Eagles have their pick.
The Eagles do?
Yeah, the Eagles have the Dolphins pick. The Eagles have the Dolphins pick and possibly coach pick.
It'll probably be future picks then, Tone. No, maybe future
That's
picks.
just one pick because when the Dolphins traded back with the 49ers, they traded back up with the Eagles and they gave them this year's pick. And I'm guessing they didn't think they'd be this bad because that pick looking maybe top 5.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Poor guy, they don't even know.
I don't want to sneeze right into this microphone. That'd be nasty.
Oh no, that's nasty. That's Urban Meyer nasty right there.
Yeah.
That's Urban Meyer nasty. Yeah, but yeah. So I don't know, man. If this guy's going to get traded, I don't think it's going to happen this year. I don't think it'll happen this year.
Would you trade for Deshaun Watson?
Would I?
Yeah, I see Steve-O in there.
We don't got the capital.
Now that they said the capital went down, obviously.
It has.
No, they said it went down. Obviously, right? There'd be no way. I don't think any team's going to trade up 3 first-round picks for a dude with the issues. Say the capital went down to, I don't know, a first and a third or something like that in a player. Say Jared Goff.
Oh yeah, we give Jared Goff. You can have it for free.
Okay,
You can have it.
so they do first, a third, and Jared Goff. Would you do the trade,
first?
Antonio
The Rams first or
Hightower?
our first?
Antonio.
Rams first or our first?
Our first.
We'll say our first right now.
Yeah, our first for now. Would you do it, Antonio?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I might just take a chance on drafting my own QB, man. Honestly, because I don't think we're in a position to take advantage of Deshaun Watson right now. Like, we don't have an offense built around him that could really. The reason you get Deshaun Watson is to elevate your team, but the problem is we're not in a position to really even be a playoff team yet.
Well, you
So,
start
I
to
don't
build around them, though. You build around them, obviously. If you're going to do it, you try.
But giving up that pick is going to hinder your ability to build around money. That Deshaun Watson got a huge contract.
True.
And I don't know.
Yeah, he does
have
have
a
a big
trade
contract.
kicker. I don't know. That he has a huge contract. You're going to give up some assets for him. That's just that's a potential. That's probably a top 5 pick.
So Goal Line says no. Zach says no. TA says yes.
TA says yes. Randy Daniels says yes.
I just don't think it's the trade for us.
What do you say, Mike? And then I'll have my answer.
Hire coach from Texas A&M.
For that, the thing is that right now we don't know where we're going to pick in this draft. We think it's probably top 3, right? If I'm going to give up a top 3 draft pick, why wouldn't I just draft a quarterback that I feel that can do it? If I'm saying I'm wanting to get a quarterback,
right?
Would I just go get Malik Willis? If that's the route you're wanting to go, I'm not saying that's what I would do.
No, yeah.
That would be my initial thought is, well, I could pretty much get any quarterback in this draft that I want to get if I wanted to go that route. That's what my initial thought is. First off, is there a quarterback worthy if I'm wanting to get a quarterback?
Is a game changer.
What's that?
He only won 4 games. I was agreeing with Zach said. Watson only won 4 games. Watson only won 4 games because his team is bad.
His team is trash.
They traded his best weapon for a 2nd-round pick and an injured running back.
It's enticing. It's enticing because he is a very good quarterback. The issue would be, is there a quarterback in this draft? If you're wanting to go that route to go quarterback early, And if there is, I would say no, man. I'll just get my own quarterback, right?
I'd rather just develop my own
But
quarterback.
if there is no quarterback, and you look and say, man, this quarterback class is trash, and I need to get one. Yeah, it's a hard. That would be a tough decision as a GM, but I'm not giving up a lot because of his issues. We don't know like
True.
what's going to happen with his FBI stuff.
The thing about it is, though,
That's the thing.
you already know somebody is going to give up a lot for him. It's going to be a team that's desperate, that's going to give up a lot more than other teams will be, and it's going to drive up that asking price. Steve, I can't say there's no QB in this draft that's on Watson's level.
No,
because we didn't even expect Mahomes to be Mahomes. We didn't expect Josh Allen to be Josh Allen. If anything has been proven from drafts, is that QB is the hardest position to evaluate when it comes from transitions from the college level to the NFL level. Because I was actually going back and looking at some old stuff. Deshaun. People had like Deshaun Kaiser over Patrick Mahomes. People thought Mitch Trubisky was the best quarterback in that draft.
I know.
Actually, I went back to look at it. I actually went back and looked a little while ago. You know who the number one quarterback was in what the 2019-18 draft class? It was Sam Darnold. It wasn't Baker. Actually, matter of fact, they were real low on Baker.
Well, even if you look at this draft class this last year, everyone thought this was one of the greatest draft classes of all time. Right now, it's not looking that good. If you look at all the quarterbacks.
It's supposed to be a generational talent, but yet Mac Jones is playing better than him.
Yeah, right now we don't. It's not looking too good. Now I'm going to give the Jaguars a pass here. First off, they got a terrible head coach, and it's just a really bad situation. So I'll give him a pass. But you don't really know. And like I said, the other year, Justin Herbert, man, I thought this dude is a stud. Well, if you listen to Todd McShay, he said he was a bust. This dude's not a first round worthy quarterback, and a lot of people said this dude was not a good quarterback. I said, man, this dude's good, man.
People love Tua. They love Johnny Manziel. Oh, they love Jameis and Mariota.
I just don't understand.
I like Marcus Mariota. I don't like his injuries, though.
Yeah, Mariota's an injured guy.
I remember the draft class. Everybody's hyping up. They was like, this is going to be like – this is going to be like Brady and what's his name? Manning. And then neither of them on their team like 5 years later. Neither of them on their current.
Exactly.
Mariota's got a lot of talent. He just can't stay healthy. That is the issue with him. He dude just can't stay healthy.
And Winston. Well, I mean, Winston's starting now. So there's that. So at least there's that. But that was just a bad draft.
And like there's always quarterbacks in a draft, man. And like you got Desmond Ridder, you got Malik Willis.
I really like Malik Willis.
I do. I like him too, man. I like him a lot.
Man, but I think we need defense. But going back to that Watson thing, yeah, if I don't know what's going on with this case. So
that's what I was about to say, Steve. The biggest thing you can have as a franchise is a QB on a rookie contract. That is one of the biggest things you could have as a benefit. Look what it did for the Chiefs. Chiefs was pulling cap room out the wazoo. Now they might have to make some tough decisions because Tyrann Mathieu, I'm pretty sure he don't have a contract right now. But
they will have to
Chargers.
make tough decisions.
Chargers have been making big splurges in free agency. They went out and got them some offensive linemen, and they could do that because Justin Herbert not getting paid that much, right? So having one of the biggest benefits you can have is a quarterback on a rookie contract. Wait for the Caleb dude. No.
You don't like Caleb? You don't like him?
I mean, it's cool, but like beating Texas doesn't make me think you're a first-round quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I've been saying Rattler was never the answer. And the biggest problem with Rattler is when they talk about bringing in the true freshman quarterback, and one of the reasons they say is leadership, you're supposed to be the first-round quarterback coming out this year? That is a problem.
That's a flag.
That's a huge red flag. And I've been saying it was a problem with Oklahoma all year because they're beating teams like West Virginia. I'm pretty sure they beat West Virginia like 17-14. I was like, if you look at when they had Kyler, when they had Baker, or even Hurts, they was putting up 30-plus every single week. It was never. It don't matter what was happening. Don't matter how bad the defense was. Don't matter how bad the running game was. Them guys made plays. And Rattler's not doing it.
No, he's not doing it, man.
If you look at busts, there's generally two reasons why a player is a bust. Injuries, and they just can't get over it, the injuries, or they have something wrong in their mental. Like there's something not right there. Like if you look at, I don't know, all the boss, they'd rather go party instead of go to work. You know, there's something there that's a lot of people are talented going in the NFL, but generally it's something, you know, injury related or their head.
Also, another thing with QB is the situation. And I was actually looking at I went to look back at a lot of drafts. And what you actually notice is that a lot of drafts, a lot of teams don't take like the most talented. They just take the most safe QB. And I think that's mostly because they are already acknowledged they are in a bad situation and they can't develop a QB. Right? I'll give you an example. Baker went number 1. Baker was nowhere near the most talented QB in his draft class, but he was probably the most safe QB in his draft class. Now, if you go back in time, the Browns probably don't draft Baker anymore. As a matter of fact, I actually went back and looked at it. The Browns were actually thinking about drafting Josh Allen, which would have been different. Although I don't think Josh Allen would be good on the Browns. There's a lot of things about QB is a lot about situation. If you put your QB in a good place to develop, usually your QB will develop. It's just usually how that works.
For sure. And Randy Daniels got a good question too. Hashtag Den. Will Mac Jones win a Super Bowl before Trevor Lawrence?
No.
I don't know if any of these guys will win a Super Bowl.
Belichick's going to retire. I wouldn't expect.
I mean, Trey Lance might.
Trey Lance might win?
Lance, yeah.
He might.
I'd put Trey Lance up there.
They're probably going to get rid of Jimmy G and it's going to move a lot of cap space. And they got a talented team if they can stay healthy, which they cannot stay healthy. Kittle was already on IR, I think, again. Mostert's already out for the year. Ayuk was injured for a lot of the year. Like, they just can't stay healthy.
The heir apparent to the Patriots coach is Matt Patricia. They ain't winning nothing, man. That's the
Do you think
case.
it's him, though? Do you think it's Patricia or Daniel?
I don't know, man.
Gotta be.
They haven't looked the
Daniels.
same since Brady
I feel
left.
like Daniels came back just because, like, Belichick probably told him, I'll give you the head coach shot.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. To answer that question, I don't know if any of them are gonna. I think Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback. I just think he's in a bad spot right now.
Yeah, bad situation.
Just in a really bad spot. Doesn't have a good coach. Doesn't have the backing. So
Like I said, the situation. Prioritize situation before getting your quarterback. I said the Jaguars should trade it back. Go get your smashes. Fix that old line. Because now you're looking at they have a bad old line. And they might have, if they get the number 1 the first overall pick, they might have spent that on a left tackle. Because they have no old line. And their left tackle is on a franchise tag, and he's not that good. Pretty sure Andrew Noel's contract about to be up. Their center Linder, he's not getting any younger. He's like 32. And I think his contract's coming up too. They need to figure out how to put some stuff around him quickly. I think DJ Chark's contract is actually, I think he's about to be a free agent next year. So they better figure some stuff out.
Oh, for sure, man. Here's another good question, man. Zach J. If you guys got any questions out there, man, just hashtag it or I'll try to find it here. This is a good one. How many quarterbacks do you think will go in the top 10 this year?
2. I'm going to be 2.
I'm going to probably say,
Morrell and Willis.
It's going to be Corral and Willis. And which one?
Corral and Willis, yeah, for sure. From Ole Miss.
Look for the Giants.
I don't know
They're
which
probably
one
going to want to get a quarterback. The Texans are going to want to get a quarterback. The Washington football team. There's going to be some teams that's wanting to get a quarterback. So I think those two will be a top 10 pick.
Now, who goes first is a different conversation.
I'll say Willis.
Because I think Willis might. It depends. I wonder if Willis going to participate in the Senior Bowl. So I'm pretty sure he's a senior. And if he goes to the Senior Bowl and lights it up, I think that's one of the things that if I remember right, that was one of the big things that helped Josh Allen boost up his draft stock.
The Senior Bowl helped him?
I think so.
Yeah.
I know it helped Jalen Hurts.
Oh, it helps a lot of players, actually. So,
yeah, especially for quarterbacks. But yeah, it's probably going to be 2.
I'm not high in this quarterback class, though, man. I like Willis a lot, and after that, man, you know, I finally got to watch Matt Corral last week. I don't remember who they played. Ole Miss. Who did they play last week?
They played Arkansas.
Was it Arkansas? Yeah, because Burks is a guy that I got an eye on too. That wide receiver.
Yeah, he's a good one.
That man can play wide receiver. Yeah. Wow. So, but yeah, I actually liked Corral, however you say his last name. I like him. So he's a guy that I'm keeping an eye on. But after Willis and Corral, man, I'm not big on these
You're
quarterbacks.
struggling at that point. At that point, you're taking a shot in the butt.
Like, you guys like Sam Howell?
No, I'm not a Sam Howell.
I want a dual threat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not on the Howell trade. I
Howell
don't know.
might be too much.
I'll be interested in Riddler, but like I got questions about his accuracy. I can fix a lot of things, but accuracy is you can fix accuracy, but it could also persist. I'd rather have a quarterback. I'd rather take a quarterback who was accurate right now than deal with a quarterback guy to fix his accuracy. But yeah, that's his problem. And the rest of them is just at that point, maybe you take a chance on like an athletic guy. And I think the Lions might actually take a quarterback higher than people think. Because I think a lot of people's like, the Lions are going to take a quarterback. And I'm like, I don't think they think Jared Goff is the guy. As a matter of fact, all the news came out. I don't know if y'all heard about the news about how the Lions were originally going to take the Carolina Panthers offer instead of the Rams offer, but they turned it down because Stafford says no. And if they thought Jared Goff was the guy, then it would have never been a consideration.
Not only that, they tried to trade for Aaron Donald first.
Yep. They got Goff because he was the only one they can get and be needed, contract wise. So I don't think they think Goff is the guy.
No, man, there's no way. There's no way he's the guy.
Carson Strong is interesting.
Carson Strong, he's another guy too. That's a little bit.
If you want to do with that, he has nothing to do with it.
Hey, we signed Dan Orlowski.
End zone Dan. This is another good one by Madness.
Get the end zone at least.
Hashtag who you think going to win the big game this year, U of M or MSU? I'll take this one. I think, but I'll ask all three of us. Obviously, I'm a U of M guy, but I think MSU is going to beat them. That Michigan offense is too archaic. They think they're stuck in the 60s. You know what I mean? They just all they want to do is just run the ball and not have McNamara throw the ball. So it makes me a little nervous. And MSU can put points on the board, man. They can score. Hate to say it, but I think MSU is going to beat the Wolverines this year. Tone, what do you think?
I guess I'll go with Michigan State. I haven't watched Michigan State this year, really.
They put on
games.
a show, bro. They put on a show, man. They had a good offense.
I've seen a few Michigan games, and every time I watch a Michigan game, I'm just kind of like,
they're boring.
Something about this team is missing. Like I remember they was playing, what was it, Wisconsin? And I think it was Wisconsin. And right. It was a good second. Like that quarterback, Mertz, I think it was. He started getting it going after, like at the end of the second to the third, but then he got injured, and then that whole game changed. And he's not a good quarterback like that. They were still reeling at the fact they let their other quarterback go to Notre Dame. So there's Wisconsin fans are pissed about that. So he's not that good of a quarterback, and he was trying to get it going against Michigan, and then he got injured, and it just changed the whole game. Who was it? What was it? Rutgers? Who they just played that they barely beat? Like
Nebraska.
I think it was Nebraska.
It was Rutgers too, man. The Rutgers game a good game too. Actually, Rutgers, and but I think they scored a little more points against Rutgers. I forget, man. It was a few weeks ago, but they're
ranked top 10, but they don't look like a top 10 team.
They don't look like a top 10 team. They're very boring. They play decent defense at times. They can blitz. They got that Aiden Hutchinson kid who I love. But they're a boring team to watch, man. They're just, especially their offense, extremely boring. They want to run the ball all day. That's what they try to do, and that's how they beat you. And then if they have to throw it, they still run it. So I don't know, man. Mike, who do you think is going to win that game? Michigan State.
I'll say Michigan.
Michigan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope so, man. It would be nice. And the Steve-O is right here too, man. J.J. McCarthy needs to be the Wolverine starter. He does because he's going to leave. He's going to go in the transfer portal next year if he doesn't get more playing time. And I don't think Harbaugh is going to play him. I got a feeling we're going to lose this kid. And this kid's pretty good quarterback. Do you like this kid there, Tone?
Yeah, I've seen some. I've seen some nice stuff.
He reminds me of Zach Wilson. That's what he reminds me of.
I wouldn't know.
He does. He's just got that style to him. I don't know, man. He's a gunslinger. He runs. He
don't got Zach's signature touch. That
no, but it just
on the one throwing the book is crazy.
I think he can. He can be something similar though.
Yeah, I like the talent. Also, this is another day I got to speak of. We ain't talking about this QB class ain't that great. I don't know what y'all expectations are for next year, but you might not like it. Because next year's QB class is not looking that great. I mean, unless you're going after like DJ Ooga Booga from Clemson, I mean, that ain't nothing.
He looks terrible.
And Bryce Young is good, but problem is he's probably going number one. And and the Lions don't have enough capital. The Lions don't have enough capital to go for number one. I'm just letting y'all know right now.
Yeah.
So, if you want a quarterback, I'm saying your best chance is this year.
Interesting.
Gotta get going, man.
Okay, Mike.
Have a good one, fellas.
Take it easy, buddy.
Yep.
Peace. Mike was going through something. Okay, that's okay. Some questions here, man. Blake Corum, Michigan has to bring their A game. They're gonna have to bring their A game for sure. Noel, for sure, buddy.
They better bring their A game to Ohio State. Ohio State might put up 60.
Yeah. This kid's good too. This Kenneth Walker kid. He's in the Heisman talks right now, man. The kid can fly.
I gotta watch Bijan Robinson because I've been hearing he's the best running back in college football, and I've seen him make some plays. That guy is
Yeah. You see the main plays on who? Tom?
They was playing Oklahoma. Bijan Robinson from Texas. Also, TCU's running back. I gotta watch because I think he was like the number one rated running back out of his class. And I always find it interesting that he went to TCU. Like TCU, why you going there?
Wow, eh? See, he's talking about it's Pickett. Who's Pickett, man? He's a quarterback.
Oh, nah. Kenny Pickett? Nah. He all right. He's okay. He's the quarterback from
I haven't really seen him yet. I haven't really watched any of him. Who's he play for?
I think he plays for Pittsburgh, I'm pretty sure.
Pittsburgh?
He's okay. He's okay. I mean, if you want a Pickett type quarterback, honestly, what's the guy from USC? Get you if you want a Pickett type quarterback, get you Caden Slovis at the 4th or 5th round or something like that.
Yeah. Well, he's that type of guy. He's that type of.
I mean, because the thing about Slovis is he just makes horrible decisions, and he's really accurate. So it's a weird combo. Like he makes horrible decisions, but he's really accurate. Go get you that guy. Although, I'm saying, go get you a Willis, man. Go get you a guy with the river. Go get you Josh Allen. Go get you Mahomes. Go get your guy. Go get your Herbert.
Yeah. This is a good one too. Future #future. Do the Lions go O-line or quarterback in the draft? I think they're going to go both. They're going to go both. You talk about early. I think they go quarterback before an O-lineman. That's my guess. Unless they
should have drafted the replacement to Jonah Trash Jackson last year when I said it was. Because there's a lot of 5th and 6th round guards I'd rather have than Jonah Jackson, especially Trey Smith, who I went into day 3 banging on the table for. Everyone's like, I mean, he got heart issues though. Them heart issues look pretty okay to me. Is he looking like a top guard in the NFL right now as a rookie? Also, apparently Creed Humphrey's the best center in the league. So I don't know. Chiefs is weird.
I don't know, man. It looks like It looks like Patrick Mahomes is running for his life every play, though. He's always running for his life, dude.
But their left tackle is also.
Watch them play, though. Watch them play. He's constantly under pressure, man.
They don't got really good tackles like that. What's his name? Their right tackle. He's young. He's still learning how to pass protect.
We got Orlando Brown, right?
And Orlando Brown is not that great of a pass protector. That's part of the reason I said we can get a first for a decade. Because you got a first for Orlando Brown.
Yeah.
And Orlando Brown was basically running off of 1 year of good play and an offense that doesn't pass a lot. And he went to the most pass-heavy team in the league. And they got a first for that guy.
So you're saying that you think Decker's a possible possibly getting traded?
I mean, I think a lot of players in the team are. I mean, it
I think
depends
so
on
too. I think they're
it
going to
depends on the offers. Honestly, man, keep Sewell at left tackle because I was reading who them people is Woodward Sports, and I be seeing them, and they be saying some crazy stuff. They was talking about
They say a lot of crazy stuff, man.
they said every time I seen them, I don't even have to find their Twitter. Other people will tweet it or retweet it, and I see it, and I was like, what are they talking about? I mean, but he had a point, which he was like, if this is your guy, if this is generational talent, he's not generational talent, but if this is your generational talent, if this is your left tackle of the future, why not give him the experience early and keep him there? Because I'm like, at this point, I was kind of like, he's got a point. Might as well let him get his blumps at left tackle right now.
But I'm okay with him going to right tackle, though. I'm okay with him going to right tackle. I really am. Unless you're not trading Decker. If you're not trading Decker, then you stick him at right tackle. If you're trading Decker, then
I think either way you should stick him at left.
Huh?
I think either way you should stick him at left. But
and then what do you do?
Decker goes to right tackle and he looks bad, then you switch it back.
He's gonna look bad.
I don't know.
Decker hasn't played it since 2013, man. He was a freshman at OSU.
Decker's nice. Decker's
a solid offensive tackle in the league. He is when healthy. He's a top 15 guy. I think he is at left. At right tackle, I don't really know because he hasn't played it since he was a freshman at Ohio State. So then he got moved to left tackle in his sophomore year. And the rest is history. He became a first-round pick for the Detroit Lions. But my thing on that whole thing is if you're going to move him to right tackle, you better hope he's good because, A, does he want to go there to right tackle?
I don't think he's worried about it. Like, he's already paid like a left tackle.
I know. I don't think it's a money thing, but, like, do you think he wants to go to right tackle? I don't know. Like, I know he's a pretty team guy. He's team-oriented. Like, I don't know if he wants to go there. And he hasn't played in almost 9 years at right tackle. At least Sewell has played right tackle. Yeah, it was high school, and I know it's not the same level. I get it. But at least he's a little bit familiar with it. And teams have done it in the past, Tone. Teams have done it in the past. Ryan Ramczyk from the Saints, Tyron Smith. Who else can I say? Jarek Willis, didn't he do it too? Few guys make the switch, man. They don't always stay there. I think it helps him develop just as an overall player. Now you can become a right tackle, left tackle. You're learning, you're developing. So, but if they're going to trade Decker, keep Sewell at left. There's no point in putting Sewell back to right tackle if they're just going to keep him. If they're going to keep Decker, I don't think they're keeping Decker. I think he's gone. I think he's getting traded. I don't think he's part of the future. And like you said, Orlando Brown, what? They got a first for him, right? Hello? Tone? I've lost Tone. So there, Tone. I'm just having a conversation by myself, Tone. It's all good. It's all good, guys. Yeah, I like Decker. He's only given up 1 sack in 6 seasons. Is that true? He's only given up 1 sack in 6 seasons? I don't know, man. I know. I'm not sure about that. You could be right. You're insane to give up Decker to see if Sewell can get to Decker's level. I don't know. Hey, man, all I'm saying about Decker, I don't think he's part of the future. For real, I really don't. The way Brad Holmes is talking about building his team, I literally think that Decker could be a possible trade bait. I don't know if it's going to be this year. Might be tough now because he hasn't come back from that injury. I don't think he's even playing this Sunday. From what I was reading, I don't even know if he's practicing right now. So we'll see about that too. No. Decker said he wants to play his whole career in Detroit. Why get rid of this guy? And I'm not saying get rid. I'm just saying I think it's a possibility he gets traded. I just have a feeling. Let's see. I know I missed a lot of questions, guys. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, guys. Missed a lot of questions. No, I haven't been watching DJ Sanders play, brother. Where did Arch Manning go to college at? You think this hype is next? I think the hype is there. I don't really. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't seen too much of him playing in high school. I'm not going to lie. I saw a video of him making a couple crazy throws. Tone, you back?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Had to go take some outside.
Jeez. All good.
Arch Manning, he going to Alabama.
You think he's going to Alabama? Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Wow. Is he the real deal? I haven't seen too much of him playing, man.
I didn't see
I saw a couple of videos of him making some throws, but
he's a man and son, so you're gonna get hyped, but I don't know.
I don't know either, man. He's going to go to Alabama, man.
They was hyping up Tua, brother. And that boy from 5'15". Can he? Mm-hmm.
Is he playing good, his brother?
He lost. I mean, well, his last two games haven't been the best.
Yeah.
Played Iowa. He threw like 5 picks. Played Ohio State. I think he had like one TD and 1 pick. So, lately it hasn't been the greatest.
Zach Jay's saying Georgia. He's going to Georgia. I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't read too much. I saw one video of him making a couple throws, but it wasn't even in a game. It was like some type of practice, some type of camp.
Trade Decker, go get you some capital.
Trade Decker and get capital.
I mean, honestly, I would have traded back last year, as I said. I would have traded back. I would have took that 9th overall pick from Carolina when I would have told Matthew Stafford, I know you don't want to be.
Yeah.
I want to be in Carolina, but I don't care about your feelings right now. I'm doing the best for my team. Taking that pick.
They should have drafted Sewell and Slater at 7 and 8. Imagine that.
You could have did that. Now I wouldn't have did that, but I would have traded back. But you could have did it. You could have got Sewell, Slater. You could have used both of them to move up. Could have traded back. Could have got Sewell in the fields. That's why I wanted to pick. It allows you a lot of things. It allows you to do a lot of things.
I'm not upset.
Now you got real capital.
I'm not upset about it though. I'm really not, because I don't know what they would have done. I still wanted Parsons, and he's an animal. So he's absolutely playing out of his mind right now in Dallas. And I knew he would. I knew that kid would. We could sit here, we can talk hindsight all day, right? Like
Michaels look good. Now he got
shut
down
good,
by
bro.
that guy.
He looks good.
He got shut down by that guy in LA, but he looked good.
Who shut him down in LA?
Sean Slater. In his breakout game, ironically, he had like 12 pressures that game, and like 11 of them were against the right tackle. Like he was going against Slater for like most of in like the first half, a lot of it.
Slater's locking it down, man.
Yeah, he was locking them down, and then they switched sides and
Chase Young, right?
Destroyed their right tackle, huh? He did Chase Young, yeah.
Same thing, Chase Young and Sweat. Sweat wasn't having too much success with him either.
No, sir. He gave up 0 pressures.
Guy's the real deal, man. I said, Tone, I liked Slater better, but I knew Sewell was going to be the pick if they were going to go O-line. I was like, they're not taking him. I was like, they're not going to take Slater, even though, and I know you loved Slater, but I was like, and I liked Slater just a tad bit more than Sewell, just because I liked his versatility more. But I didn't think he was going to be this good, man.
I've been saying he's gonna be this good. I even watched him against Myles Garrett, which is ironic that in the game, his only sack that he gave up against Myles Garrett. Now, I haven't rewatched the game yet, but when I was watching it live, all the announcers was like, "Oh man," because apparently, like when they went for the chip on Myles Garrett, which apparently Slater told him, "No chip him, let me be on the island." But apparently they tried to chip Garrett. And it knocked Slater off the block, which actually gave I think it gave Garrett his only sack of the game.
Oh, nice.
Because other than that, up to that point, he had held Garrett to like 2 pressures and 0 sacks.
Hey, man. I give it to you, Tone, man. You called it, brother. You called it on that one. I knew they were going to take Sewell over Slater, though, so. But hey, man, you saw my reaction on day one when they drafted Sewell, and it wasn't Parsons, man, and I got blasted for it. I just sat there.
I was looking like the next Von Miller.
I wasn't losing my mind. I wasn't losing my mind, man. I was just like, okay. And I remember people in the comments going, "Oh, look at Mark! Look how upset he is about it." I was dying inside. I'm not gonna lie. I was dying inside, man.
I gave him a B-. Everybody was talking about, what you mean, Tom? I'm like, I don't know this guy.
I did like Sewell. I did. It's not that I didn't like him. I did like him. I did like him. I don't know, but I just wanted Parsons, man. I think he's a game changer. Who knows if he would have been doing the same? I'm sure he probably would have been doing the same thing he's doing in Dallas, because it's so weird. You put on a Lions uniform, and just all of a sudden you just turn into garbage. It's weird. It just doesn't make any sense.
Parsons been good. I don't know if he's the next Von Miller, like Steve was saying. If anybody's the next Von Miller,
I'm not sure about Von Miller. I'm not sure about Von Miller, man.
Von Miller, it might be Owe. Out of this draft.
Owe, no, not Owe either. Not Owe either. Owe's a huge surprise to me, though. You got to admit that.
Think about Owe. Owe has the talent, but he just never had the athlete. And he's been making plays.
He's been making crazy
sack against Mahomes to win the game. Got the strip sack against Wentz. Even making some plays.
Yeah, he's been making some plays, man. Parsons reminds me, no word of a lie, he reminds me of Patrick Willis. That's who he reminds me of. That's who he plays like, man. He plays like Patrick Willis. He's just all over the field. Just this, you see him on every defensive play. He's either around the ball, misdirecting the running in. Even if he's not making the tackle, he's getting in there and he's misdirecting the running back. He's creating pressures. He's covering guys. He's getting sacks. Oh, man, it's just watching him play, man, and watching him play for the Cowboys even stings even worse. Because
every time I watch Slater, I'm just like, look at this guy, man.
Who?
Look at that. Every time I watch Slater, I'm like, man, we gotta add this guy. Look at that. And they be pulling him too. They be moving.
Right?
The way he moved in space is special, man. And I'd be mad watching Chargers games.
No, I hear you, bro. I've watched him. I've seen a couple Chargers games this year. I'm like, man, that kid can play, man. That kid can play offensive tackle.
Diggs is nice. I think he's overrated as a corner right now, But he's been nice. I like Diggs coming out of the draft last year. I was decently high on Diggs just because of the ball skills, If anybody doesn't know, Diggs is actually he went to Alabama as a wide receiver.
As a wide receiver. Yep.
You can see
Darius Toney, man, put some moves on him last week, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. He'll get you some turnovers, but the coverage still got a little bit to go. That's the thing. That's actually really the thing about a lot of corners.
That's why they throw the ball to him a lot. Yeah, because his coverage skills
about a lot of corners.
But he makes up for
it. Realistically speaking, a lot of the top corners don't get picks because teams don't throw at them.
Right.
Exactly. Not more locking up dudes, and they're not really throwing at him because he's locking them up. And not only that, especially guys like Diggs and Peters, they take chances to get picks. Now that works, right? It works against the Sam Donalds and it works against the Daniel Jones when they underthrow the ball by like 10 yards. But then those same plays that they make come back to bite them in the butt when they face really good quarterbacks who can actually read the defense and actually throw the ball. So I mean, hey, picks is nice. Give me a guy who can cover. I wanted what's his name? Caleb Farley. That boy can cover. He's big. And only that, he only been playing corner for like 1 or 2 years, and he's that good.
Who's he playing for now?
Like 1 or 2 years. He came into college a quarterback.
Who?
And then
Who again?
Caleb Farley.
Okay.
He came into college. He came to wherever he went. He went Virginia Tech. He went to Virginia Tech a quarterback, and then they tried to change him to a wide receiver. Then they put him at corner, and all of a sudden he became a first-round prospect his first year playing.
Who drafted him? Denver?
Tennessee.
Tennessee did?
Yep.
Is he playing good in the pros?
I don't think he's been playing yet.
He's still banged up, right?
I think so. I don't know. There's a lot of rookies that aren't playing. I don't know what's going on with. I think a few of them. I think it's a lot of them that's been injured.
Speaking of rookies playing well, JOK, which I've been saying, best
Yeah,
linebacker in the draft.
he's playing
That
good. Eh?
man is killing it. Some people said he's too small, and I said, where? Because
A little bit of a
that
tweener.
guy's been making plays in the run.
A little bit of a tweener. He's a bit of a tweener, man, but he's playing well. He's playing
True,
well.
but the thing about it is, it don't matter how small you is. If the O-line can't touch you, it don't matter. Roquan Smith did the same. If you ever watched Roquan Smith's college tape, all he really just did when the offensive lineman tried to touch him is he just tried to like juke him out the way. He didn't stack and shed. Most linebackers don't stack and shed no more. They just slip blocks.
That's it. Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man.
Also, go get you Malik Willis. Go get you Willis. I'm starting my Willis bandwagon now.
I like him.
I
He's
wasn't even.
one
I
of my
was kind of like get him when he in the 20s and go get you a Hamilton, and then it's like, oh, now he a top 10 pick, and I was like, I don't know if I still want him. I like him, but I want Hamilton so bad. And then I saw some of the throws he made, and I said, you know what, man, forget it. Go get him. As a matter of fact, when you trade Trey, and whatever you do with Big B, go get you a bundle of draft picks. Go get you Camel Hamilton too. Trade up for both. Go get you one. Go get you both.
Malik Willis and Kyle Hamilton.
Yes.
Oof.
Hamilton is like Derwin James type player. That dude is nice.
Yeah,
And
man.
Malik Willis, that boy nice. I've seen the concerns about him being a non-power 5 quarterback. And you know what I actually thought about it? Most of the last drafts, non-power 5 quarterbacks are going pretty high. You know, Josh Allen, Carson Wentz, Jack Wilson, and Trey Lance both went really high. I was like, those guys are really going high. They also have a lot of similar builds. Wentz was an MVP candidate before he got injured. Allen is an MVP candidate now. And Wilson and Lance to be determined.
For sure, man. For sure. Rob Swift saying he started the Willis bandwagon, but at like pick 20. He ain't falling that far, bro. He's a top 5 pick. That's my.
Horrible footwork. He had horrible footwork. His footwork is a lot more cleaned up now compared to where it was last year.
Yeah.
It's actually why his accuracy is a lot more consistent now, especially throwing down the field, which has been the most impressive part about his game, honestly. A lot of people, they love the games where he jukes out 20 defenders. I'm like, that's nice and all.
Right.
The play when he rolls out the pocket and hits a guy on the line and like 50 yards downfield, or he had this play against, I don't know who he played last week. Like he was in the pocket. It was like a 50-yard throw. He put it like it was like a 50-yard rock, and it was like right over the defense, and it was like perfect. It was like right. It was like the only place he basically put it where the defender had no chance of even like touching the ball. Like the defender really basically had no chance on the play.
For sure. Oh yeah, man.
That boy can grow. He might be a little raw. He's a little raw. Raw quarterbacks. You can develop those guys. Good franchises develop.
For sure.
Now, I like to think we can be a good franchise.
This is a good
So we're a
question.
good franchise. We should be able to develop. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Would you take McCaffrey brothers in Detroit, Christian, and then draft little brother Dylan as next quarterback? Where's Dylan at now? He transferred out of Michigan. Where'd he go?
I don't know. I don't want either of the McCaffrey brothers. Keep them wherever. Send them to Carolina.
I would love Christian McCaffrey, man, but man, he just can't stay healthy.
I'm cool.
I would love him, but he just can't
I'm
stay
not
healthy.
dealing with that contract, man. His contract paying too much. I like you, Christian, but I'm not paying on that contract for a running back.
Yeah, man, you can't pay that.
Willis reminds me of Mike Vick without the 4.3 speed. I hear that. You hear that a lot.
Yeah, they say he's not as fast, right? You say he's not as fast
No, he's not as fast. But what he
as
does
Lamar
have,
or as Lamar or Vic, obviously.
but what he does, physically, he's more similar to Vic. Although he's like 6'1",
6'1",
230 though. So like Vic was like
230 now? He's 230?
Well, I've seen him either listed between 225 and 230. Like Willis is a big dude, which is ironic. I read an article. They was like, I don't know how his running style is going to translate to the NFL with his size. And I'm like, he's bigger than Lamar.
He's bigger than Lamar, yeah.
Lamar like 212. You're concerned about Willis, who is 230? It's like 230, 235. You're worried about how he's going to translate, his body's going to translate to the NFL? I'm not worried about that. That's the last thing you should be worried about. But yeah, he has a way
he has a special way to elude tacklers that not even like Lamar has. Because Lamar would just go out there and go like, I have 4.3 speed. You can't touch me. But it's like Willis, he just has a way of making defenders move that's kind of special. That's very similar to like Mike Vick.
Yeah, he just makes you miss, man. So
Honestly, I compare him to like, he's very comparable to Trey Lance actually. Except, he's shorter, but way more accurate. So
here's a question, Rob Swift. Mark, I was high on this guy. I think he's talking about Willis. Yep. I think you were too. Yeah, like I like him. Tone loves him. I love him. What do you think about Detroit Lions signing outside linebacker Justin Lemonier? That's a Liberty guy too as well, if nobody knew. To the active roster from the
Liberty had other prospect.
He's just he's a guy that has got some giddy up to the quarterback, like I said before. Had a bunch of sacks at Liberty. Chargers, I believe, undrafted, went to the Chargers, played a couple years on the practice squad, played really well during preseason for the Chargers, then got released. We picked him up. So they're obviously looking for some type of if he signed on to I didn't know that he was signed on to the active roster. Did that happen today? I didn't know that. Hopefully get some playing time. Hopefully he can get a couple sacks, man. They're going to have to get to who we playing this week? Joe Burrow. So like we said, man, like Tone said earlier, the way to beat the Cincinnati Bengals, you got to beat their O-line. So,
yep. And you
you
got to be Roddy Reed. Because
you got to be Riley Reef. Then this makes a little bit of sense.
Jonah Williams just gave up like 4 pressures all year.
Yeah.
So
the Bengals give up pressure. They give up pressure altogether. So this is probably a kid that they're going to hopefully create some type of package for. And he's really a kind of a one-trick pony, though. He doesn't have a lot of a big pass rush arsenal to his name, but he's got a great first step.
Oh, to be fair, Everson Griffin don't got much pass rush arsenal, and
we saw what happened. Yeah. We saw what happened. He schooled the kid. He schooled him. 2 bad games in a row for Sewell. 2 really bad games in a row.
Who could have thunk? Who could have thunk? I'm not surprised. I wasn't expecting. I watched them versus the 49ers, and I said, he looks nice.
He looked good.
I was like, yeah, he looks nice, but I'm like,
and Nick Bosa
I see you more versus Nick Bosa one-on-one with no help. There was a whole lot of chipping and a whole lot of double teams when Bosa was in the game, which is the crazy part. Because I saw a lot of people was like, he ran blocks so well against Bosa. And I'm like, did y'all watch the game? Because the 49ers started taking Bosa out, specifically on running downs.
Yeah, the 49ers take Bosa out a lot, man. I noticed.
Yeah, they took him out on like all the running downs. First down, second down. He didn't really play on first and second down, specifically after the first quarter, which is weird because he was killing us in the run game. 49ers make some weird decisions. But yeah, Willis is nice, man. Get you a guy who could do it all. That guy has the talent to be the best quarterback in the league. Now, I understand he needs a little bit of development, but hey, listen.
Who, Malik?
Yeah, I understand he might be a little raw. He might need a little bit of development. But I'm like, hey, I'm just saying.
Let him sit for a year.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm like, they call Herbert raw. They call Josh Allen raw. They call Mahomes raw, right?
Exactly.
And if you
Make
name name top 5 QBs, you got to include all those guys in the conversation. I'm just saying.
You think Thibodeau's in the conversation? The defensive end out of Oregon?
No. Leave Thibodeau. Let him go wherever he gonna go.
Why, you don't like him?
I like him.
Not having a very good year.
Class.
He's been hurt.
It's a deep edge class.
Yeah.
Go get you another guy. You can get you an Adam Anderson the second round, and he could be a top tier pass rusher. This edge class is deep. And honestly, I gotta watch Aiden Hudson. I don't even know if Thibodeau is the best pass rusher in this draft.
Okay.
I haven't seen him versus no competition like that.
What do you think about this kid? Any thoughts on this Gilbert kid, the cornerback from the Steelers? It's Darrelle Revis's cousin, apparently. I guess this kid is a ball hawk, but I think he destroyed his hip or something a few years back. Never really panned out, man. I don't think he even got drafted, but he was on the Steelers practice squad, and I guess he's complete ball hawk. So, you know anything about this kid, Tone? This Gilbert kid?
Nah, I never.
I'm gonna have to take a look at him, man, because I've read some stuff about him that he's a ball hawk. He was supposed to be like a real top athlete, top corner coming out a few years back, or something like that. But then he like destroyed his hip or something. So now he's kind of bounced around to a couple teams, and supposed to be a really good corner. And now we have him. We just signed him to our practice squad. And I don't know too much about him. I got to check him out though. Let me see here. Elite Madness. Is Mixon playing next game? What do you think? Yeah, he's playing. I think he's playing. Got to check the injury report. I know he's banged up, but I got him in fantasy in a couple of leagues, so I hope he's kind of playing, even though he's playing against us.
Mixon ain't your problem. Hey, Mixon ain't who you got to worry about.
Who?
Mixon's not even who you got to worry about. This is Jamar Chase. You got to worry about everybody else. Mixon.
You got to worry about it. You got to worry about everybody on that offense, man. Everybody on that offense. All those weapons. I don't know who's gonna cover Jamar Chase. Good luck. Thibodeau is better than Hutchinson, but not by that much. He's probably a better athlete. For sure, he's a better athlete.
Yeah, Thibodeau was a crazy
Hutchinson's
athlete.
an animal. Hutchinson's an animal. Full on.
Thibodeau didn't need technique.
Yeah.
Technique, got no technique.
Hashtag, you think Panthers keep this winning season going? I don't know.
They probably make the playoffs.
Haven't they lost the last 2 or 3? Aren't they 3-2 now? They're 3-2 now, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. But you only got to win. You only got to like make it to the 7th. You only got to beat the 7th team in the NFC. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure, Madness. I have to check out their schedule. I think I kind of called they were overrated when they won 3 in a row. Because who they played, they beat Houston, New York, somebody else bad, Jacksonville maybe. I think it was Jacksonville. I forget who it was. I was like, wait till they play a real team. And then week 4 came around and they played the Cowboys. The Cowboys dropped 30 or 40 on them. So I think the Panthers
they did lose Shaq Thompson.
They did. They lost him.
I think so. I know he got injured in the game. I don't know if he stayed out of the game. I know he got injured in the game.
This guy at Mark Orum's Forum. What is your final record for us now? Ooh. Well, it's not 5-12 anymore. It's not 5-12 anymore. I don't know, man. Maybe we'll squeak out 2 wins. I don't know, man. I don't know where it's going to come from. Maybe we can squeak out 2 wins. Can we beat Eagles? Can we beat the Eagles maybe? Do we have a shot against the Bears at home on a Thanksgiving? We might. I'll say 2. 2 in 15.
Well, y'all hopping on my train.
Yeah.
My last prediction was
0-7.
I was like 3-14, but after the preseason, I'm leading to 2-15.
Yeah. Trianis, you like this guy? That's the guy that came over from the Saints. He plays on the Bengals now, right?
That dude is nice. He's
Good.
Supposed to be really athletic, really big, like 6'5", like 270. Supposed to be really athletic.
He's at the end, right, for the Bengals?
Yep.
Yeah. Came over from the Saints, right?
Rob Swift asked a great question.
I'll do like one more question and then I gotta go. I'm exhausted. I'm on days, man, and I am.
I like that too, Steve-O, but like
Which one?
nice. It's nice talent. Nice talent.
You can name 2 or 3 players that you want to build around on offense or defense. Is there anyone besides the rookies you want to keep around on this team? If you want to name 2 or 3 players you want to build around.
I want to put around.
Well, we got to build around. Well, yeah, man. Besides the rookies. Okay, so I can't name rookies.
Marvin Leal is nice.
Who?
Oh, Don Rose, talking about DeMarvin Leal. Yeah, that dude is nice. I don't know what he's going to play.
Yeah, DeMarvin Leal. Yeah, he's good.
Kind of a tweener. I don't know what
tackle from A&M. I don't know, man. I'd like to build around Swift. They can build around Swift somehow. like Swift to stick around. I don't know, man. Well, who else? You got to build around Sewell, but he's a rookie, like you said. Don't name rookies. Build around Romeo. I'd like to, if they can build around Romeo, make him better somehow. It's supposed to be those 2 defensive tackles that we drafted. Those guys are supposed to help out. But Levi finally had a decent game last week, even though we got gashed on the ground. I don't know, man. Got to build around Jeff Okudah, man, but that's going to be tough now with this injury coming. I don't want to build around Goff.
Around Jeff Okudah right now.
Yeah, I don't want to build around Goff because I don't think he's going to be here.
And he's not a good quarterback.
Not even that good. I mean, he's not even that good.
Especially not that contract. Get you rid of Goff next year. Get rid of him. That contract is a waste.
I think he's gone, bro. I think they're going to trade him. But who knows?
We'll get you with
9 drinks. Mark, my wife just told me they opened the borders. Is it true? Well, they're supposed to open it in November. Unless they made a – that's what I was told today.
Actually, wait. We could build around Pennicini.
Pennicini? Yeah, build around him. Why not? The thing I like about Thibodeau is he can win by bending the edge. Yeah, he's just super athletic. I love the way he gets around the edge. Monster gets to run to him. I don't like his injury history. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many games he missed so far this year? 2 or 3?
I think so. And I don't like his competition level. I didn't see you against some better competition.
It was in that Pac-12, right? That's what you said.
Pac-12 is not ready to play. I think Washington actually has a good tackle.
Yeah.
I don't think he's went against him yet, though. I even saw him versus Elijah Barrett Tucker, and a lot of people was going like, Chip would have destroyed him. And I watched, and I was kind of like, he beat him in like 3 plays, maybe? And he beat him with like pure talent. And like Elijah Barrett Tucker is not an NFL caliber left from tackle, so that should not be your best snapping point now. But you know, he's okay. Maybe might be the second best pass rusher in college football. We already know who number 1 is.
Yeah.
Will Anderson.
Who?
Will Anderson. Remember the name. That boy.
Oh, the kid from Alabama?
That man is nice.
The kid from Alabama, the linebacker?
Yep.
I love that kid, bro. I talked about him.
I was actually watching the Texas A+M game, and it was ironic. They was holding him like the entire game.
I love that kid. Love that kid, bro.
He gave Zion Nelson the work.
Yeah. He'll be coming out this year, right?
No, he come out next year. He's a sophomore.
Really?
But this draft is interesting. I also want, why you're right, Steve-O. It's a lot of blue chip talent, which is also why I said we should trade that. Because now you would have a lot of picks this year. There's a lot of really good dudes. Just Stingley, man. Got Stingley, Hamilton. You got Neal, who I think is probably going to the Jaguars because they don't got a left tackle unless they think Walker Little is the guy. And I don't know if they believe that. Yeah, specifically, plus we got to remember like they drafted Caleb on Chase Young last year, and they still got Josh Allen. I don't know if they view edge as a big need right now. If anything, D-tackle might be a bigger need for them.
They got a couple young edges, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, Jordan Davis is nice. I wouldn't take him for the Lions because we got like McNeil. But
you're gonna rock.
I like Jordan Davis. I saw his tape from last year. Big dude that can move. He ain't like he's no Vita Vea, but he can move for what size.
For sure, brother. But we're gonna wrap this up, Tone, man. I'm a little bit tired right now, man. We're gonna wrap this up, man. I'm on days and I'm gassed. So, what do you got to say to everybody in the chat? There, Tone.
It was great coming here with you guys. It's weird. I feel like all my takes are starting to look real right now.
Some of them, yeah, 100%, bro. Some of them are, man. That's good.
Especially my trap takes. Now, I did say that I said Zach Wilson was the guy, and he ain't looking that great right now. But he with the Jets. I'll give him.
He'll be okay. He'll be all right.
The Marvin
He's
Overshawn,
running for his
that
life.
dude is
He's
athletic.
running for his
Get
life.
him in Detroit.
Running for his life, bro. Zach Wilson
Get-
right now.
The Marvin Overshawn is athletic. Get that boy in Detroit. I know he might need to put on a little bit of weight. You know, he a linebacker, might need a little bit of weight. But hey, listen, he athletic, and we can't cover.
For sure, man. But anyways, guys, thanks for coming in, man. Your boy's just a little bit tired. Orum'S Den. We'll be back on probably next Tuesday. Yesterday I couldn't do it because I had a friend whose father passed away, and I had to attend a wake. So, and I had some stuff to do after work too as well. So, I got videos coming out all during the week. I got probably one coming out tomorrow and the next day. So, thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. Orum'S Den. We'll see you next Tuesday at 6:30. All right, guys. Peace.
Also, Steve-O, he plays for Texas.
Texas, Steve-O. Peace, guys.